Hi everyone, Melissa Agnes here from Agnes Day, and I'm here talking today with Chris Anderson, who's a cyber investigator, and he owns the company called Cyber Investigation Services. Chris is often asked to be an expert witness for organizations and brands that have undergone defamation attacks online, and he has to come in and be an expert witness to estimate the cost of the internet damage cleanup. So, Chris, I'm happy to have you here today. And can you tell us a little bit about, let's start with, is it possible to totally repair someone's reputation after, a defamation attack online?
Well, thanks, Melissa. I really appreciate you having me today. What we see in our business, and frequently we're contacted by bigger companies or attorneys that are dealing with these issues, is they've undergone an internet defamation attack. Somebody has put a bunch of things out there on them, and now it is spread. And then, so what you're really asking is can you really make all of that go away? And in the most definitive style that I can say maybe. And so what ends up happening is there are some legal tactics that you can use to potentially remove some of the material and sometimes all of the material. But where I get called in as expert witness is when, even with the best legal tactics, the best attorneys, is you still can't make it all go away. And so now what we're really talking about doing is can we somehow hide this material on the internet? And the real question then becomes is to what level do we have to hide it? So, short answer to your question, many times you can hide this material to where a casual observer can't find it. So let's say your neighbor wants to go look up this company or the CEO that got defamed. Yes, you can make it kind of sort of go away. It's not really gone, but it's just hidden. And you can do that for the casual searcher or maybe your regular customers, but often is you cannot make that go away from people that are doing serious looks and due diligence at you. Is they're going to still uncover all this material no matter what you do.
Okay, and when you say hide it, you mean more push it down within the search results pages, so it's on page 4 or 5 if you're lucky of Google, or do you actually mean, what do you mean?
Yeah, what I mean there is it is what's called a push down or online reputation management, and what your goal is so let's say your company got attacked and you had a ripoff report that showed up number 3 on Google when somebody Googled your brand name. Then what you're trying to do is push that material by a variety of techniques so that it shows up on page 2 or 3 or 20 ideally, so that people don't find it. And it's just a matter of not that it's gone, but that hopefully it's hidden at least to the casual searchers.
Okay. And okay, so since the title of this video is called How to Estimate Damages in an Internet Defamation Case, how do you estimate damages in an internet defamation case?
It's and this is something that we do just totally in conjunction with an attorney. So it's bringing our knowledge coupled with what the attorneys do. But one of the biggest questions that has to get answered in that is to what level of repair do you have to go to? So if the standard legally, and then this is really where the legals come in, if the standard is that this person has to be made whole to the point that the stuff just totally has to exist no closer than page 100 on a Google search, then you can estimate cost of that, but just realize it's going to be somewhere up around the cost of the national debt for the U.S. I mean, it's a huge amount of money. On the other side is if the standard is that we're going to just try to make this so most people or most customers or something like that won't find, then we calculate the cost and we work with some of the top online reputation management groups and calculate that cost of what it really takes to do it. And just realize, though, that unfortunately, once something like this happens, it's not a little magic button that you push, it's fixed, it's now on page 3, and it stays there for the rest of the life of that brand. Google's always changing what they're doing, and so this is always moving around. So it becomes an ongoing effort that goes a long time.
Okay. And what are some, if you could, leave the audience with some actionable steps in these types of scenarios, what would you leave?
Okay. As far as actionable steps, realize that most people, most attorneys, most companies totally underestimate, number one, the cost to clean this up, and they also underestimate the real impact that this has on their company and on their brand. So my first recommendation is that unless you are intimately familiar with all of this stuff, in which case you're probably not listening to this video, then if you find yourself in that situation, you badly need professional help. And so in most of the time, when it comes to damages, is I recommend that if you're a company and your attorney is considering, or corporate attorney, or whoever is doing this, then that's probably a good point to have that attorney reach out to us. We can kind of give them an explanation of what really has to happen to estimate those damages and what that might look like. I wish I could tell you, Melissa, that there's some simple little thing that people can do, but it doesn't work.
Oh, and don't I know it? So no, absolutely. I think what's really important is for people to be aware of, one, that there are solutions, there are legal routes, there are solutions out there to help organizations that are being defamed online, and to the realities of the situation. Right. So thank you so much. So Chris's information can be found either above or below this video, depending on where you're viewing it from, as well as at the end of the video. You can also get in touch with me if you're in this type of situation, you're dealing with defamation, and I will get you in touch with Chris, whatever's easiest for you. But Chris deals with this. We've worked together in the past, and he's just top-notch at what he does. So if you're in a defamation, online defamation situation, then please listen to this or re-listen to this video if you have to. We have other videos as well, Chris, with Whitney Gibson and myself and you that talk about defamation. So there's information out there, but what's really important is that you actually take some action and you do what you need to do to protect your brand. And it's not, like Chris said, it's not an easy situation. It's not a quick one. There's no, quick fix. Press a button and it's fixed. But it's about getting those wheels moving and taking the action that you need to take. So thank you so much, Chris, for speaking with us today, and your contact information will be at the end of the video.
All right. Thanks, Melissa.